Hi, in this episode we are going to briefly discuss human love and divine love from a Sufi perspective. Thank you so much for your support.
Rabia al-Adawiyya was a Sufi who described the worship of a servant based on fear of punishment and desire for reward as the behavior of those who follow the path of the less virtuous. Such a servant will be obedient and devout only in times of difficulty, but will become indifferent and disobedient after attaining happiness and comfort. In contrast, according to Rabia, worship founded on love is true and praiseworthy worship. Through love, a servant will attain closeness to the beloved, and all darkness will be lifted, allowing them to perceive everything, both physical and spiritual realities, as they truly are. Rabia said, quote,
I have loved thee with two loves, a selfish love and a love that is worthy of thee. As for the love which is selfish, therein I occupy myself with thee, to the exclusion of all others. But in the love which is worthy of thee, thou dost raise the veil that I may see thee. Yet is the praise not mine in this or that, but the praise is to thee in both that and this.
This poem reflects the dual nature of love for the divine, a personal, selfish love, driven by the desire to be close to God and exclude all else, and a selfless, transcendent love that acknowledges God's absolute reality beyond the self. In the selfish love, the individual focuses solely on the divine, while in the selfless love, God reveals himself by lifting the veil, allowing the lover to perceive the true essence of the divine. Ultimately, Rabia emphasizes that whether love is selfish or selfless, all praise belongs to God, as he is both the source and object of all love and existence.
When the veil is lifted, Sufi's ego dissolves into unity with Al-Haq. In the perspective of Sufism, the condition is called ecstasy, shatohat. Some people also refer to it as hulul or ittihad, as experienced by Al-Hallaj when he said,
quote, I am a lover in longing, and the one who longs is I. I am two souls inhabiting one body. When you see me, you also see him. When you see him, you also see me. In a state of ecstasy, as experienced by Al-Hallaj, he becomes immersed in highly subjective expressions. This seems to be a common tendency among Sufis. When they are in such a state, they often express their personal feelings as experienced at that moment. In this condition, they lose control and their reason is no longer able to manage their emotions. Turning to the question of love, in one of his works, Ibn Arabi explains the reciprocal relationship between God's love and the love of his creatures, described through the concepts of vision, ruya, and hearing, sama. God's love for his creatures is reflected in his vision of them as part of himself, where the creatures are identical with him. God sees them through the hidden treasure, which sparks his desire to be known. On the other hand, the love of creatures for the Creator originates from their hearing of the divine command be, kuun, which then brings them into existence. Furthermore, Ibn Arabi states that our love for God originates from hearing, not from sight. This love is God's command to us while we are still within the substance of the cloud, when he said, be. In this context, the cloud comes from his breath, while the forms known as the universe come from his command be. Therefore, we are his unwritten command.
when we hear his command while we are in the substance of the cloud, we cannot reject existence. We become forms contained within the substance of the cloud. Through our manifestation within the cloud, he grants us existence from that cloud. Something that has manifested means it has received form. This is the origin of our love for God.
The nature of love tends to be self-centered and egoistic, though this depends on the type of self being referred to. When someone's love is directed toward God, Fundamentally, they are loving God for their own joy and happiness. Similarly, if the love is directed towards another person, it is also for personal happiness. However, such love is not a fault, as this natural form of love is part of human nature. Understanding this type of love highlights the general position of humanity and serves as the starting point for spiritual love. To love is to forget everything else, closing one's eyes and ears to everything except the beloved. At a certain level, love leads to the realization that the true beloved is the essence that manifests in a particular form but is paradoxically hidden by that form. To imagine that the true beloved exists only in one form is like someone who is intoxicated and lost without direction. In the process of unveiling to recognize the beloved in the heart, Sufis associate this with two divine names that, according to Ibn Arabi, are the causes of love, the attribute of beauty, jamal, and beauty in action, ihsan. The latter encompasses various resonances in Arabic, including good or right deeds, generosity, beauty, and goodness. The term ihsan also carries two specific connotations derived from the same root as the word husna, which means most beautiful, and is a designation for the divine names, or the most beautiful names. These terms also refer to the dialogue between Prophet Muhammad and Gabriel. When Gabriel asked the Prophet to define ihsan, the Prophet replied, "Worship as though you see God, and if you cannot see Him, know that He sees you." Thus, ihsan, or good and beautiful deeds, involve worshiping God as if one can see Him, meaning perceiving positive qualities in every manifestation. The cause of love is beauty, jamal, which belongs to Him, and beauty is loved for its own sake, as God is the most beautiful and loves beauty. Thus, He loves Himself, and the cause of this is the act of beautifying, ihsan. There is no act of beautification except that it comes from God, and nothing makes something beautiful except God. Therefore, when I love due to beauty, I am essentially loving God, as He is the creator of beauty, Musin. And when I love beauty, I am loving nothing other than God, for He is the most beautiful, Jamil. Thus, in every aspect, love is always connected solely to God. In the context of religion, as a formal expression of faith and often the primary spirit of human actions related to divinity, Ibn Arabi sings, quote, "My heart has become capable of every form. It is a pasture for gazelles, and a convent for Christian monks, and a temple for idols, and the pilgrim's Kaaba, and the tables of the Torah, and the book of the Quran. I follow the religion of love. Whatever way love's camels take, that is my religion and my faith."
Thanks for watching. Thank you for your support through PayPal and Patreon. My special thanks to Team Arus, who has become the highest tier on my Patreon page. See you.